Tell me he didn't just say that.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Unpopular Wrestling Opinions, the show where we go ahead and take wrestling hot takes off of Twitter, and I read it off to a bunch of guests, and we just get to flame those people. It's a fun show. It's always meant to be tongue-in-cheek. Never take it too seriously. I am your host from Smacked Raw, Kyle Tyson, joined by a collection of wonderful people, starting off with the newly minted Katie Kinsey, Bebe. Former Smacked Raw co-host Katie, how are you?
Shut up, Aaron. I'm fine. I'm doing good.
You're doing good. How's the new show coming?
Good. We're coming back next week. I have just last minute touches I got to do, but we're coming out swinging. I'm ready.
Do we have an official air date? Anything?
September 16th, 9 p.m. On the She Lead Showcase Twitch.
Nice. Joining me next is the hardest working person on Smacked Raw. I am, of course, referring to Miss Marie Shadows. She's been here 3 out of the last 4 days being a guest on the show. A welcome guest at that. Marie, how are you?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, it's anytime we can have you, we will have you on. In fact, I think you've been saying lately, you've been helping us out so much, your stuff's falling behind.
It is. It is. My stuff is falling behind. I haven't reviewed my shows, and I still need to try to fit in to work on commentary and to work on other things. But I'm glad to help you guys out.
That's a cool one. We meet a lot of people that are doing like thought pieces, writing, podcasting. One of the more interesting things is you said commentary. What got you around to commentary?
I felt like there was like a ceiling, so to speak, since I'm just like a podcaster. And even though I hang out on the indies and I go with my boys to shows and I'm starting to do vlogs, I don't want a ceiling on me. I don't want people to think I'm just a hang around and they don't know the rest of my history in the wrestling business. So I picked up commentary, and I think we need more women's voices to be added to commentary booths and to share knowledge of like the wrestling industry and matches and stuff.
Hell yeah, man. That's effing awesome. Thank you once again for joining us today. And then, of course, my fellow slacker brother, Mr. RN. You guys know him from the Rewind with me. Whenever we get a chance to put that out, RN, how you doing tonight? I heard you may have gone a little too hard last night.
Oh yeah, it was terrible, but good at the same time. So had a bunch of friends over my girlfriend's mom's house. She just got a new pool, and she used it to sucker us to come out there and to stay longer than we normally do. So. Yeah, we had a good holiday.
It was a party.
You get above ground or below ground pool?
In ground.
In ground pool?
It's the real deal.
Oh man, you guys are fancy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that definitely is.
Man, oh, yeah. I traded up.
My cousin's got an above ground pool, and I'm scared of busting my ass on that rickety ladder every time I try to get into it.
Oh, I busted my ass on the steps the first time I got in it. Like not drunk, hadn't had a drink, nothing. First time in. It was terrible.
Oh my gosh, man. Well, everybody, thank you guys for joining us. You guys know what the deal is. Unpopular wrestling opinions. I'm gonna go through a series of tweets. Read them off 5 at a time, and then we throw it over to the live chat. We actually have quite a people in the live chat. I want to say a special hi to Bama Dave. He deserves a special shout out on the show. He actually curates a lot of the tweets that get featured on UWO. Bama's all the time in the DMs sharing stuff with me. Reek from Young Kings Wrestling.
There you go.
Chris Dees is in here. He's got his got a fresh coat of paint on It's My Podcast. I want to say he can correct me in the chat if I got that wrong. And then, of course, friend of the show, Matt Ritter, is also in the chat. What's up, everybody?
Smash Raw fam.
Yeah. Once again, after every 5 tweets, we're going to throw it to the live chat. You guys go ahead and leave your unpopular opinions in the chat as well. Too Sweet Pod. Sorry, man, I missed you guys. Yeah, Too Sweet Pod's in here, along with Kyle as well from the Apron Bump. But, hey, you guys, you know what? Enough of me talking. Do y'all want to just get into this?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. Coming up first, at Angelo Ferreira G says, "Hear me out. Mixed tag championships. That way people like R-Truth and Dana Brooke can hold titles. Do we need to get mixed tag belts on the main roster of WWE?"
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, shit. I just heated it by mistake.
Let's fucking go.
Man,
God, fucking botch
come
him.
on.
This fucking yeeted the tweet before.
Which I started that.
Yeah, you did. No, I'm sorry.
Not
Go
even-
ahead, you guys.
And not even for like people like R-Truth and Dana Brooke, but like just mixed tag team belts in general.
Yeah.
Like imagine if Candace didn't get pregnant.
Facts.
Candace and Johnny.
Candace and Johnny. Candace is pretty famous for mixed tag matches, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
World's cutest tag team.
Well, her and Joe Ryan was there, I guess, but like Candice LeRae kicked ass.
Yeah.
She had a super kick of thumbtacks to the face and bled a
Mhm.
lot.
Yeah, I remember her picture circulated a lot back when Britt Baker bled in that Lights Out match. And
Mhm.
people
Yeah.
were bringing up Britt, and they were like, well, don't forget about Candace. And I remember seeing a picture of Candace circulating.
Right. No, I'm here for it because, like, especially this promotion here that it's called Rockstar. The Chris brothers run it, and Sammy Callahan. Like, they have like intergender matches and shit. And, like, some of the girls that are here, like, they are tough as fucking nails. Like, I would definitely love to see like an actual mixed tag. I know it'll never happen at WWE, but AEW or Impact, let's make that shit happen.
All right. So this one wasn't even close to unpopular. Man, and this guy got all worried in the chat. I mean, in the comments earlier tonight too. Not even close. Angelo Ferrara G. I'm probably butchering your name, but they like your tweet, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that was
yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and get rid of that here. Really quick before we move on. Do you like it when the men and the women mix it up, or do you like the tag out rule?
No, I want to mix it up. You want equal rights, get that.
Yeah,
equal
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me what's happening. As long as it's mixed tag, I'm good.
Sweet deal.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. From SES Vince, friend of the show, says, unlike Undertaker, Sheamus understands that he needs to put over other talent. He's a selfless champion that wouldn't politic his way into an undefeated Mania record like Mark Calloway. I'm assuming the opinion here is Sheamus is more selfless than the Undertaker. That's what I'm pulling from this.
I'm gonna go with Vince on this one. I agree.
Oh, you bastard.
You know
See,
what? Just because Vince is a Sheamus stan, I'm also going to agree.
I'm
I
gonna
agree
be
with
the
Vince.
I'm gonna be the one person that we need something in the middle. I agree. I see where he's going with it, but at the same time, Undertaker was told to do something. They ran with it. That's why he has a streak.
Let me.
I cannot be mad for this opinion of his. I don't know what to say.
Let me.
He's not right. He's
saying,
not
like,
wrong. He got
yeah.
a point.
Yeah,
Huh?
exactly. I kind of agree with that, but I'm also just doing it to be petty against Kyle. So
Yep.
that's that.
Oh,
Exactly.
well, you guys have history there. I don't. I'm looking at it objectively. So, I don't know. I don't know what to really say. I get it. I get it.
And with all, like, honestly, like, yeah, like, not like full blown. I know it's, you know what I'm saying, but like, I kind of agree with it, but I'm also just agreeing with it to be petty. So
I'm only agreeing just to be petty. I'm just stating that for the fact.
all right. So we
You guys have
we
broken
like
the
this.
show already. 2
am
tweets in, the
basically-
show's broken.
Hold on, wait. I am basically neither agreeing nor disagreeing. So I am just at A.
Normally, I would complain about being on the fence, but I don't think either Katie or RN's going to be swayed. So, As much as it pains me to say this, SES Vince, they like your tweets.
Hashtag stay petty.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Reek is freaking out in the chat.
Yep.
Sir.
Yep. Sorry.
In the chat, Chris Dees says, I just found 3 spiders in my bath all at once. What the fuck? I think the crazier thing I'm taking away from this is he's watching us in the bath.
I like it. It means he's relaxed. It means like his me time. He includes us in it. That's a real
Well,
fan right there.
he's trying to start that OnlyFans.
All right. Tweet number 3 coming in from @Mikey Messier says CM Punk was carried by Darby Allin as far as physicality, and the Punk welcome back tour has already run its course. The opinion I gather from this is Punk would be best off retiring officially from in-ring activity and become a spokesman/hype man for AEW. Should Punk already retire from in-ring action?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I agree with the first part. Like, I even said it in the group chat. He looked kind of winded, but he hasn't wrestled in 8 years. You can't get in-ring shape if you don't get in ring. So, like, I don't hold that against him, but
he did fine for not wrestling for 7
no, I
years.
agree. I'm not saying that he did terrible. I'm saying like he did look winded for some of that. Like,
yeah, and like he even like came out and said like
Right.
cardio was going to be like
Exactly.
his biggest
that's what I'm saying.
like
So you can't.
problem in that.
I'm
So
not holding that against it though. Eat this shit.
eat it.
Okay.
Oh
Kyle
yeah,
knows that.
you were hating
Hold
on
on.
Punk before.
Yeah, but hold on. Because first of all, I really don't like that tweet, and I'm not trying to defend CM Punk at all. I'm still not a fan, no longer a fan of CM Punk, but I did warm up to his match with Darby. Darby did not carry CM Punk. I was okay with CM Punk not coming back into the business, but I don't think he should retire. If anything, he could always be a hype man if he ever wants to slowly, not do wrestling anymore. So I'm going to yeet that tweet, but that's not because of defense of CM Punk, just because it just sounded very stupid and he knew that it was going to be unpopular.
Hell yeah. First yeet of the night @Mikey Messier, you piece of shit. Tweet's
Yep.
trash.
Yeah, that was horrible.
It really was.
All right. Hold on, did that even work? Did it work? Okay, it did work. All right. I hate that I can't hear the sound effects whenever I play them. Because I can never tell if I'm fucking them
That's
up.
what, like, motherfucker, we can't hear nothing either.
I
You
know,
still
I
haven't
know.
fixed that.
I remember like several people were like, "You have sound effects playing?" I said, "Yeah, man." Coming in from @Captain_Rob. Speaking about the recent pay-per-view All Out, says the show was trash. Wrestling was meh. Now the last 5 minutes was fire. But for a pro wrestling company, it's funny that the wrestling doesn't matter, and your assessment laughed my ass off.
What are we doing with this? Like,
Okay, just yeet it.
yeah, like
It
I don't
doesn't
even think
deserve
we
a
need to discuss
response.
this.
Fucking punt this shit out the window immediately. Get the
Yeah,
I'm
yeet
not
it.
even the AEW guy, and I'm telling you, like, we don't even need to talk about this. Just get this.
It doesn't
Get this one the
even-
fuck
it-
out of here.
the fact that like people were just like petty. That's
Right.
the thing.
And
That's
don't get
the
me wrong,
theme.
I'm extra petty about AEW, but the one thing you can't talk about them is the fucking wrestling. That's the only thing they are fucking really good at and like are better than WWE. Everything else, but the actual in-ring shit is fire.
Like excluding the last 5 minutes with Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole coming out, you can't deny that the wrestling was bad. Miro and Kingston, fire. Even if you're not into flippy shit.
You mean you can't
Boxing
deny that the
Lucha
wrestling
Bros.
was great?
Yeah, great. You said it better.
Whatever.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
get what you're saying. Just want to make
Whatever.
sure.
Whatever. Just let me speak for a second. Jesus. I have a lot of thoughts about this. People just don't understand. They either think, okay, well, they started this company, it's whatever, they're not doing wrestling. Bullshit. And if you actually watched the pay-per-view, you would see every match nobody counts Paul White and QT Marshall because that match should have never fucking happened.
Never.
That's neither here nor there. But if you look at every other match, There was actual wrestling and there was storytelling and it was good. So fuck people who do this. Fuck them.
Like I said, I'm not anti AW, but I'm not a stan like you guys are. But like even like that pay-per-view was fucking fire. Like besides the QT shit, which y'all know how I feel about him. Besides that, like I don't want to say it was a perfect pay-per-view, but it was probably one of the best ones this year, if not the best. If you put the surprises and all the matches and everything with it, the cage match and everything, like I can say that, and y'all know me. That ain't some shit I say lightly. Like I can honestly say that this is one of the best pay-per-views of the year.
Nice. Marie, you gonna add anything to it, or are we just ready to eat?
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna beat the shit out of this tweet a little bit more. It's sad that people like him or her. I don't remember the Twitter handle, but
Captain _ Rob. I'm assuming it's a fella.
All right, so Captain, I guess, right? It's sad that people like that tweet that out and they get 15 minutes of fame while the four of us here work our ass off to bring you great ass content. So like stop trying to clickbait other people just to get 15 minutes of fame and don't do anything historic like what we're doing here. So yeet it.
All right, Captain _ Rob. FYI, thank you for following the show's Twitter handle, but your tweet's trash.
Dumpster fire.
Garbage.
All right. Hey, you guys in the live chat, they got worked up just as much as we did over that last tweet. Remember, if you want, leave your own opinions in the chat. We're going to go to them right after this fifth tweet here. All right. Tweet number 5. Coming in from Kyle at the Apron Bump, says, Britt Baker isn't good. She hasn't progressed at all in ring, and all her promos come off forced. At best, she's a medium fish in a small pond. All she has is the DMD chant.
All right, he's ugly Kyle now. Get that shit the fuck out. Bro, Britt Baker is the only good promo on that fucking show. And she's the biggest star on that show. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's not Omega. It's not any of them. Maybe you could say CM Punk and them now. But before that, Britt Baker this whole summer has been the biggest star on that show. Ugly Kyle, you're fucking heated.
Pittsburgh's own Katie Kinsey, Bebe. You have any feelings towards Kyle right now?
First and foremost, don't you ever disrespect Dr. Britt Baker again. You can... Okay, the promo thing, whatever. I'm not even looking at that. Saying she's isn't good and hasn't progressed is bullshit.
Yikes.
Dentists aren't real doctors. Fuck you, guys. Doesn't matter.
Somebody's been watching too much Hangover.
Oh my gosh.
I cannot believe. Blasphemous. Get it out of here.
Yeah, let's eat it.
Let's eat it. Okay. Short and sweet, Kyle. You piece of trash. Your tweet's garbage, my friends.
Kyle, I thought we were friends, and you out here saying that about my girl like that? Offended.
Ugly Kyle got to go.
Yeah, we ditched him.
I
Going over to the live chat, a lot of replying to what's going on. Chris says, let's be honest, she looks good compared to the rest because who have the rest been in the last year? Sheeta, Chris, Nyla? Hey, look, don't insult Sheeta, man. That is like an ace in their division.
Sheeta kicked ass.
Right. Yeah. Or Nyla for that matter. She's the only real heel they have. Like, she's not great in the ring, but I mean, she's still a good heel.
Kyle and Chris D's are getting all buddy surprise here in this one. In the live chat. Oh man. Okay. They didn't really drop anything in here that I'm seeing. Yeah, nothing directly for their own unpopular tweets. So we'll go ahead and keep this moving. Let's roll on to tweet number 6 of the evening. From Stuart or S Lawson 1417. Stuart, he's really active on Twitter. He says, guys, can we all agree that Domino's Pizza is out of all of these franchise pizzerias tastes like, or is the worst out of all the franchise pizzerias. Tastes like
Facts.
cardboard, and their new advert sums up in total.
It's garbage.
Is Domino's the worst?
Facts.
The pizzerias.
Well,
Facts.
yeah,
Facts.
yeah. I was gonna say like maybe Little Caesars, but like
You
no,
shut your dirty mouth.
I will not. I will speak the fucking truth. No, when I was up at school, Domino's was like one of the only pizza options, and I legitimately hated it. So fuck it, Domino's is garbage.
Domino's is like, yeah, fuck it, eat that shit.
I mean, I don't eat Domino's. I eat Papa John's more. So
Yeah, right.
I guess
Yeah.
maybe eat it.
Yeah,
No,
eat
we'll
that shit.
push it through. No, we're not eating it. We're agreeing with it.
Oh, we are
Yeah, we're agreeing.
with
Yeah, we're
this.
agreeing with it.
Okay, so give it a thumbs up. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah.
You know, here we go. Stuart, they like your tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Stuart and Chris Dees had quite the rivalry on Twitter. Did y'all ever see that?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Boy, that was like the Rock and Austin of some Twitter beef going on. I think so I've spoke to them. Apparently behind the scenes they've called a truce though. We'll see how long that lasts. They called a truce. They were both actually on UWO. And they called a truce for the show. I thought I was going to create like this magic controversy. Like it was going to be the most controversial episode to date.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They were super friendly with each other.
No, that's the only reason you brought them both on was to stir shit up.
Yeah,
you told me that.
And then they went full Springer like immediately after the show for like 6 months. I said, why couldn't you guys do this on the air? We could have made, like views or something. Well, anyways, tweet number 7 coming in from @JoeKnight316. I actually think this tweet got him ran off Twitter. From what I checked up, his handle isn't active anymore. It says, I think NXT has officially surpassed Raw as the worst WWE branded show. Is NXT the worst show?
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
No,
NXT
not at any.
is fine.
Even at its worst, it's still better than fucking Raw. Like you can't. The Raw is the bottom fucking rung of the ladder. You can't get any lower than Raw.
SmackDown.
Whoa.
SmackDown that Roman Reigns isn't on.
Man.
Oh man, just because SmackDown has Roman Reigns doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything.
No, it does. It means that it's worth watching.
I watch for Finn Balor and I watch for the Usos. I don't care about Roman Reigns. I'm not acknowledging him. I'll acknowledge
But
any
he's
other
in that
Samoan.
storyline.
Yeah,
He's
you
in
wouldn't
that
get the
storyline.
Usos without Roman Reigns, so acknowledge him.
No,
And you wouldn't get Finn Balor without him either, so you still have to acknowledge him.
no, I don't. I could cheer for the other ones.
You're in denial.
But Raw is by far the worst brand. I'm just bringing it back. Raw, absolute trash. It's actually fucking garbage. We have been saying this for months. It doesn't matter if you take all the indie dudes out of NXT, which whatever the fuck they plan on doing with that, Raw is still going to be garbage.
Yeah, isn't
Plain and
NXT
simple.
supposed to have like Rob Gronkowski come in and win like the world title now or something? That's the stuff I've been hearing.
What?
Who the fuck are you talking to that is saying
It's just
that?
like a whole bunch of like they're just gonna bring in like a whole bunch of like football guys and bodybuilders, and they're gonna run roughshod.
I seriously doubt that.
All right.
They really have. Their last couple signings have been actual wrestlers and actual female athletes. So like
Baby Uso.
right, and Gable Stevens and his brother. So like I'm not mad at the direction so far. I mean, we'll see what the next signings will be, but yeah, just get this the fuck out of here.
All right, okay. @JoeKnight316, who doesn't have this Twitter handle anymore, your tweet's trash.
That's why.
Yeah. I was like, why is his thing not letting me tag him for whatever reason? Oh, it's like, oh yeah, a Twitter account don't exist anymore. Yeah, I didn't want to bring this up because I didn't want to sway it, but I was like, dude, they still have like, 205 Live that you could dunk on and stuff too. So
Oh,
That doesn't count as a brand, though.
It's
That's
no
just
one remembers it.
they have their own roster. It's like 3 people.
okay. Actually, it's a little more now because they're letting women wrestle on 205 Live.
Okay, 6.
That's neither here nor there. But it's not a brand. It's just there.
It technically is a brand. It's the cruiserweight brand. You have to be 205 or under to fucking wrestle on it. So,
all right, we're gonna yeet Katie's opinion as well.
Fuck out of here.
Got her.
I don't know why I don't have a soundboard on all my shows. This is fun. Tweet number 8 coming in from at Jedi my NDS. I'm assuming that's how it goes. He says, I cannot take people seriously that go to shows and wear replicas of titles, especially grown-ass men. Leave it at home, for fuck's sake. Y'all seen that video of the guy with the belt recently arguing with people in the crowd?
No.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, what the hell?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I go to a lot of fucking like backwater indie shows here in rural Ohio, and 9 times out of 10, the people that have those belts are literally the weirdest fucking people in the world. And I don't know if they're gonna shank me or one of the wrestlers. So I totally agree with this fucking tweet. Leave that shit at home, weirdo.
I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with the tweet too. I'd rather have them leave the belt at home. If not, I might have them put it on the line for something.
Right. That's
like rock paper and do like rock paper scissors, because my bumps kind of suck since the last time I went to training. So I'm not gonna wrestle them. I'll just do rock paper scissors and maybe win the belt. But yeah, leave that shit at home.
Yeah, you gotta defend it.
I was gonna say, I mean, they can bring them if they want to, but I'm in the minority here, so it's fine.
It's 2-1. Once again, Reek is in his feels about this one.
He be in his feels about the weirdest shit. Like all the stuff I think he would be mad about, he's not. And it's like something like this. Like, well, you take your big gold belt to the matches, bro. Chill, Reek.
That reminds me, we need to get Reek on this show at some point, man.
Oh yeah, him and TC. You have to get him.
We literally have a UWO with me, TC, and Reek that has never seen the light of day.
Me too. I did one with him.
True. Yeah, we did like 2 episodes that I like just.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. We'll redo them. We'll reshoot them.
I did that shit on vacation.
The same tweets and everything. They're like super dated at this point.
Yeah, we did one too. We did one with the all black class.
That made it to.
That's literally on YouTube though.
Yeah, that one made it. No, Katie said there was one episode we shot that
actually
that never got posted.
If we're being honest, the 2-year show has never seen the light of day. That UWO I was on, and then you did another UWO, I think, with Warren Hayes, and that has never seen the light of day.
Yeah, I'm really bad, man. That month, that vacation month, I was just not on my stuff. My apologies.
Well, thanks a lot, Miss Arnold, for blasting out the boss, man. That's cool.
As Jedi, my NDS, they like your tweet, man.
Fuck out of here.
What's the female in that version of Benedict? Like,
it's like, yo, she's not on Smack Draw anymore. She don't have to hide this shit, bro. She lays it all on the line.
Just fucking give it to him.
All right. Bama Dave, he's got an unpopular opinion we'll get to. He's got one that he says. All right. Tweet number 9 of the evening. God, I love this show. Oh, gosh, man. I'm going to butcher this dude's name. I should have practiced this. At Vignay Jahe 7. That's as good as you're going to get out of me.
That's probably wrong.
Says Chris Jericho. CM Punk, Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho all made their careers in WWE and then ditched the company for money, and that shit AEW, if disloyalty ever had a face.
Yo, fucking eat that shit. He got all their history wrong. All their history wrong. I could school that dude in all their history.
I was hoping a tweet like this came up. I was fucking hoping, because I'm so sick of these people being like, oh, they got their start in WWE. Now they're betraying them. Blood money was something people used against Daniel Bryan at one point. I'll remember that. No, you act like these people didn't have very good careers before WWE. Decades. I mean, Ring of Honor apparently doesn't exist anymore. The Indies don't exist anymore, according to these people. But no, when they made it to WWE, they were like, they're a star now. Get the fuck out of here. If they weren't happy in WWE, let them go somewhere else. It's fucking stupid. Yeet it.
All right.
Burning.
So here we go. I'm gonna yeet this really quick. I am gonna say something on this one. Yeah, in Vignay Jaha 7. Your tweet's obviously trash. Okay, so there we go. It's yeeted. It's off the show. I will say this one got to me not because of the tweet. Like, I purposely went through like trolling tweets because I like to have at least one or two for the show. But in this dude's bio, he's a proud misogynist. And I was like, fuck this guy, man. Seriously. Like, no, yeah. So that's one, no tongue in cheek, like a straight shoot. Like, fuck that guy, honestly.
Well, my thing is like,
I'm sorry. What was this guy's ad again?
You can just watch the replay or something. It's already gone.
What I was going to say is like me and Kyle had already discussed this. Like, there's only been one fucking game in town for 20 years where everybody's fucking going to be from WWE. They don't have any fucking choice but to get WWE guys.
Well, this wasn't so much a knock on AEW being full of WWE guys as calling them traitors, as calling them disloyal.
No, but my thing is like, you would never have said that back in the day when there was more than one fucking top tier promotion. There's only been one promotion for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't understand like how people, like why they try and use these type of arguments. This dude's a dickhead anyway. He could suck my dick.
Katie, you look like something came up.
I found it. It does say, proud Indian misogynist, Corona survivor, ambidextrous, because that's clearly what we want to know. Writer by profession, and then guitarist by hobby. Get your ass out of fucking here.
Right on my balls, son.
Yeah.
Corona
anyways.
missed a chance to take one out for it. Fuck him.
Fuck.
Tweet. Hey, once again, reminding the chat, you guys, if you have any unpopular opinions you want read off in air, go ahead, leave them now. We're going to go to them after this next tweet. Tweet number 10 coming in from at Renee Meister, Renus Meister. Jesus, dude, I really have to ask these people how their names are pronounced. It says the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world Randy Orton is an all-time great.
That tweet sounds very weird, but I do like Randy. I give Randy his props. He's good to me, and he's definitely gonna be talked about. I mean, I can't hate it. I like it, but that's just like I don't know. That's a weird phrasing and shit.
I'll agree with it. I'll just say like because I'm kind of on the fence about it, but I kind of understand it. Like I feel like because he was in there with Cena and all those guys for so long, he gets the rub. But I mean, like. He's been the same fucking character for like 10 years, which that's also a knock on how good. That's not a knock on how good he is, but like, I've never felt like Randy Orton was dynamic. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with Cena with the jorts and shit, him pretending to be black, like he still, you know what I'm saying? Like had something. Like Randy, like to me, has never like made me feel. He's never made me hate him or really love him, and I feel like to me that's not a mark of an all-time great. Like you got to make me feel something one way.
Katie? Do I need to read the tweet off again?
No. I'll agree with it. I can agree.
So you're in agreement that Randy Orton should. I mean, just to simplify the tweet because his phrasing was funny.
Right.
Yeah,
Randy Orton should not be considered an all-time great.
Oh, I think he should
not.
be. I think he should be.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. His tweet was saying he shouldn't. He said the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making you think that, meaning he's not. Yeah, like I said, his phrasing was kind of funny.
All-time great. I agree with him. I begrudgingly agree with him.
Damn it! Can you message him and be like, "Yo, can you learn English?"
I knew what he did. The greatest lie that devil ever told was convincing the world that Randy Orton was all-time great. I knew what he meant.
Yeah, okay, I caught the phrase right away, but so. Back to you two, Katie and Marie. Is Randy Orton an all-time great? Come on.
I said I think he is, yeah.
Okay.
No, but yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
All right, man. 2-1, meaning Renee Meister, however they say your fucking name, you piece of trash, your tweet's garbage. All right. And let me see, is it out? Yeah, there it goes. Okay. All right, so We got a couple UWOs in the chat before we get there. Just a quick heads up. If you're enjoying this show, please follow us on Twitch. We're getting very close to 100 followers here on Twitch. We would greatly appreciate it if you guys do. If you ever miss a live show, hit that like and subscribe button over here on youtube.com/SmackDraw Podcast. And then, of course, don't forget to follow the crew and then all the wonderful people joining us tonight as well. I have their Twitter handles on screen. Okay, so let's head on over here. I think I saw Bama. He was the first one. Yeah, okay. So UWO Dynamite should never leave Wednesdays, and Rampage should never overlap SmackDown. Make them think about moving to compete and dominate the time that you have now. Wait. Make them think about...
I'm confused.
Okay, I'm going to scratch the second half. That got a little bit muddy. He's saying never move the two shows. Their time slots, don't touch them.
Agreed. Well, I don't know.
I would leave Dynamite on Wednesday, but I would definitely try to find a better time slot for Rampage.
Right.
Not everyone is able to, stay up at 10 or depending on where they're at in the world to watch it. I don't think that Rampage should overlap SmackDown because that's a little iffy. What happens if Friday night Rampage sounds pretty good, and Thursday night Rampage doesn't really roll off the tongue. But yeah, I would do something with Rampage to try to find a different time slot, but leave Dynamite where Dynamite is.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with the segment. Rampage is a terrible fucking time. I'm sorry. Like, I've had, luckily during football season, like I don't really go out much on Friday night, so I can actually watch it because I have to coach Saturday mornings. But as soon as football season's over, I'm never going to be home at fucking 10 o'clock on a Friday. Like, it's never going to happen.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I guess by default, Bama, your tweet is trash. All right. Okay. And then Too Sweet Pod. I'm glad they got this because they sent this in a DM, and I was like, man, the show's already put together. But they were able to get it in the live chat. He says, with Bryan Danielson and Kenny Omega, the Hangman title hype will never reach the level it was at.
That's true.
Have we squandered the hype of Hangman Page, or at least this title story that he's had in exchange for the arrival?
The only way they could save it is if he goes through all those guys. That's the only way.
Yeah, that's exactly what I've been saying to everybody else. If Hangman becomes that lone wolf, that hunter to take everybody out, because essentially it's his story that he's been doing since 2016, since Ring of Honor, and I'm getting a little bit too tired. But I have like 30% hope that there'll be a silver lining at the end, and I think that somehow the spotlight for Bryan Danielson coming in may sort of mask that. So I don't know, but yeah, I think that just because I'm 30% dedicated to this story now.
Okay.
I mean, it also doesn't help that Hangman asked for time off after the last interaction with Kenny. So that definitely hindered things.
I think that was because he knew what was coming.
Well, he's also expecting a kid.
Right.
So
my thing, he has to kill them all. He has to. Like, that's the only
murder everybody. Adam Cole's already a ghost. You can't kill a ghost.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he came back.
The seance, they brought him back.
He came back.
Right.
Doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Yeah, he has to murder them all. He has to.
Okay.
He's got to kill them again.
So I will say this. You guys laid out the scenario. If Hangman can go ahead and take out the new arrivals, I believe the hype will still be there for him. I agree with you guys.
Yeah.
So by default, Too Sweet Pod, I'm afraid your tweet is trash. Your UWO, I guess. It's not really a tweet. And then lastly, Chris D's got one in there last second. Fun fact here, Chris said because he's in the UK, he wouldn't be able to stay up to do this show, yet he's been in the live chat this whole time. Hangman Page will end up within WWE, will end up at WWE within a few years as one of the first major name switches. Do you guys agree?
I agree. I've said that from the beginning. I think that he has what they're looking for. He's young. He's not so much a midget. I mean, he's got some size, and they're losing everybody else to AEW. Like, I feel like if you could get your hands on fucking Hangman and put the rocket on his back as soon as he fucking gets there, I feel like he should do it. Honestly, they log jammed everything else. I mean, so you're gonna have to eventually start jumping ship the other way. Is all I'm saying.
Right.
So
Yeah, I mean,
what was it again?
eventually people are gonna go like to WWE. I don't really see Hangman going though. Maybe not right away. I mean, give it a year and we'll see. But as of right now, I don't see him going.
Well,
I
didn't
think
say
with
right now.
Chris's statement, I'm gonna latch onto as one of the first major names.
Right, not right now, but just in
Not
general.
immediately, but he'll be one of the first major gets.
I'm gonna say no. Hangman is way too loyal to leave his friends and leave what he loves. I don't, because he would have done it way before AEW was ever like talked about or announced. So like that day at Wrestle Kingdom when they all, well, not really Wrestle Kingdom, but in Japan when they were all holding for their phones and having the countdown, like he would have probably been offered and then probably go to WWE. But since that didn't happen and he's still with his friends, he's not going. I'm gonna be no on this one. He wouldn't be the first.
Honestly, I would agree with you to an extent because he wasn't a big, but he hasn't been. He's a much bigger star now. Like I said, eventually, everybody can't hold the title, and there aren't any stars in fucking WWE now that aren't homemade. So eventually, somebody's got to jump ship, and like if it's gonna be anybody, you got to get your hands on Hangman.
All right, Katie, I got one for it, one against it. What are you thinking? Is he one of the first big ones or no?
No.
All right, Chris. Yes, his tweet's trash. Or once again, his opinion, rather. Whatever. Fuck you. Tweet number 11, you guys. Rounding out the last 5. This has been a lot of fun. Tweet number 11 comes in from. It seems like a really terrible spelling for Icarus. Fel MD says, seemingly unpopular but correct opinion. Adam Cole is a minor league star at best. There is zero reason for WWE to give him big money. Let AEW be overcrowded with under 200 pounders in the main event picture. Let big guys sell for the minis. Oh.
You want to flame it or you want me to, Katie?
Listen. What the fuck was that? What did you just read me? Are we kidding? We're kidding. This is a joke? This is a joke tweet.
This guy, I saw some follow-up. He looked kind of serious. Like, he looked like he had, some conviction to it.
I'm going to lose my mind.
I'm going to be honest. The indie shit that he said at the end, like, I agree, except for Adam Cole is the one exception to the fucking 5'8", 198-pound guys. That motherfucker is a star. And the biggest mistake that WWE's made in the last 5 years is letting him go somewhere else. I don't know and to me, even in the ring with the Elite, with the Bucks and all that shit, Sunday night, he was the biggest star in that ring. And that includes Daniel Bryan and all them. I don't give a fuck what anybody says any different. That could be my unpopular opinion. He's the biggest star in their fucking company. And if you think any different, you're fucking dumb. Period.
Bam.
To say that Adam Cole wasn't a star is fucking blasphemous. I have never heard such bullshit in my entire life. I can't form words to be more pissed off right now.
God, I love this.
I'm just gonna say Adam Cole. Adam Cole's a star. I don't know what he's talking about. We're gonna have a fun ride ahead of us by him joining the Elite. So
Facts.
Yeah, a bunch of people in the chat are lighting up. They agree with you, RN, saying he was the biggest star in the ring.
By far.
And like I said, there's now some say Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson or
that's because
Bryan Branielson, whatever you want to call him. But yeah, either way, it was huge, man. Yeah, it goes without saying, but I'm gonna say it. Icarus Fel MD, your tweet's trash, bro. You should feel bad. Delete your handle.
Literally.
Honestly.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
But
Fuck off.
But in all honesty, thank you for following me on Twitter, Icarus. You're a pretty fun guy to talk to.
Icarus fell off and bumped his fucking head.
Okay. Reek says this is the dumbass from Friday. What did you run into him at one point? All right. Tweet number 12 coming in from our own Chris D's in the chat. It's my wrestle pod. He says the whole mentality of competition is good for business is flawed. People will say it makes everyone better and step their game up, but in the case of WWE, it hasn't. Not even slightly. If anything, it's somehow made WWE worse. AEW are flourishing, WWE are stagnating. Is WWE not rising to the occasion with the newfound competition in AEW, folks?
Yeah, this tweet isn't unpopular. This is the entire fucking internet says this and believes this. Like, this tweet shouldn't be on here. Like, yes, absolutely, they're fucking failing us as fans and lifelong fucking followers. This ain't no unpopular opinion. That is the opinion on WWE.
Yep.
Chris saw it
Yep.
coming. He's like, let's go. I'm number 12.
Chris is just saying what everyone else is thinking, what everyone else is feeling. I just think that WWE decided to still be in their own bubble and not really try to do competition. They tried, but when you have someone with like a really strict hold on how to be really creative and how to really think outside the box, you know, they kind of withdrew into their own self,
Right.
into their own universe because they don't want to go and expand. They could, but you know, yeah, he's saying what everyone is thinking, so that's not really unpopular.
No, and my thing is too, it's not so much that AEW's flourishing, is that because to me, I think they are flawed as fuck, and I would change 70% of the shit that they do, but they're trying shit. Like, even though it ain't sticking, they're just throwing shit at the wall and see if it sticks. But they're doing something. WWE is not even that. They just painted over the whole fucking wall, painted a different color, and hung the same fucking picture up. At least the AEW is trying some shit. That I will give them credit for that. That's the only difference. And sometimes different is, like I said, it goes back to the thing, being one game in town for 20 years. It didn't matter what AEW. They could fucking midget wrestle for half the fucking show, and people would still say it's better than WWE.
Damn it, Chris. I will get you next time. They like your tweet.
Oh, yeah.
Chris in the chat was like, oh, yeah. Fuck you, Kyle. Oh, man. AEW lives off surprises and what's going to happen. Oh, yeah. Vanessa's been quite the AEW hater. I'm not going to lie, man. I love Vanessa to death. But, boy, she gets going on AEW sometimes.
She's right 90% of the time.
She's gonna flame me for that one. I'm sorry, Vanessa. I didn't mean it. I spoke without thinking.
Vanessa, you're right 90% of the time, honestly. I believe I fully am here for your AEW slander.
Wait,
Sure.
Matt Ritter says, before my tweet gets yeeted, I want to say, Riddle is trash, lick my taint.
I love that.
Tweet number 13 coming in from Matt Ritter at Smacking It Raw Pod.
Oh my God.
It says, the Riddle character has no value. It's a cheesy, stereotypical ripoff of what they tried to do with RVD. People only like it because the rest of Raw is fairly bland.
I'll agree.
I'm agreeing.
I personally do not like Matt Riddle at all. And then, you know, I like Matt Ritter, but I don't like Matt Riddle.
Hashtag Ritter over Riddle.
Oh my
Yes.
God, you guys. Listen, if there's one rule about coming on my show, it's you flame Matt Ritter. Like, you can't put this guy.
Not in this house.
Well, listen. Y'all know I am the constant supporter of Riddle, and I go against his ass all the fucking time with his Riddle is trash shit. But I agree. I hate this gimmick. It's trash. It's been trash since the beginning. I know what this man can do inside the ring and outside the ring, and this shit is fucking wasted. It's some dumbass teenager doesn't even smoke weed writing a portrayal of somebody that smokes weed.
I'm sorry.
That's what this fucking is.
Chris says, I'm surprised they didn't give him the briefcase and call him bro in the bank.
Oh my God. Imagine.
Don't give them
Why
fucking
would you say it out loud?
ideas.
Why would you even say it out loud? You're gonna give
Yeah.
them ideas. They're listening.
Don't fucking
fuck?
tweet it. Definitely don't tweet that.
Yeet, Chris.
I do want to say something about Matt Ritter. So like I'm cool with him because he's cool with me and he likes my food pictures. So you know, I can't like slander him or whatever. We're Matt cool. So it's definitely Matt Ritter over Riddle any day.
Hashtag Ritter over Riddle.
Oh my
So was
God.
it 2-1 on this one?
Oh, as much as I hate to do it, Matt Ritter from Smacking It Raw Pod. Like a tweet.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna call it early night, you guys. I don't feel so good now. All right, listen.
Oh, pity. Finish.
And
All right, tweet number 14, coming in from The Angle Radio. The fact that someone says yes to these decisions show they really don't care about fans. Jeff Hardy chasing the 24/7 championship is bullshit. Coming in from The Angle Radio.
That's where Jeff Hardy belongs, either there or not on TV at all.
Oh,
damn.
I'm the one, you know how they always say all black people love Jeff Hardy? They fucking lying. I don't love Jeff Hardy. I loved Jeff Hardy in 2000 when I was a fucking teenager. Jeff Hardy's ass. Get him the fuck off my TV.
Kyle says, eat
I mean-
my ass, RN. In the chat.
I mean, I was always a Matt Hardy fan over a Jeff Hardy
Facts.
fan any day of the week because I just like wrestling. I'm not too much into like high flying and stuff like that. But I mean, it gives Jeff Hardy something to do. I can't be mad at him for going after the 24/7 title. But yeah, I don't know if I agree or disagree. I don't know.
All right, we'll come back to you. Can't be on the fence about this one.
Man, I'm always trying to look for a loophole.
Katie, go ahead.
I don't think it's bullshit. I mean, I don't think it's bullshit. Be happy Jeff's still on TV.
Exactly. That's where his fucking lame ass belongs, bro.
I mean, there's a lot of people who were or currently are in the 24/7 picture that shouldn't be. But you want to have all these people, you want to have something for them to do. Tough shit. I love Jeff. I was more team Jeff than Matt growing up, just because he was the one flying off of shit. But now, I mean, just be happy you're still getting him on your TVs, even for a brief
Exactly.
second.
He shouldn't be on your TV at all.
Oh my god.
So
Jesus.
can you just read it one more time so I could just understand it?
Okay, so the opinion is that Jeff Hardy chasing the 24/7 belt is bullshit, meaning WWE doesn't care about fans and they're doing Jeff dirty, essentially. So I think to simplify it is he's saying Jeff Hardy was done dirty by doing this. Do you think
I
that
was
Jeff
gonna
Hardy
say
is right
no.
where he needs to be, or was this a dumb booking decision?
Damn it, that's really bad. Because in my mind it was like, yeah, it really is bad booking decision. But then again, it's like, what else are you gonna have him do if you don't believe in anything else that's happening on the show? So why not just put him there for the 24/7 title? So no, they didn't do him dirty. It's a business.
Motherfucker painted open eyes
Does
on
that
his
help?
closed eyelids.
I don't think it.
So
Look, man, I don't talk to shamans about that. Like, man, like that's a whole nother area. Like, you gotta talk to him about that.
all
Tweet
right.
him and be like, yo, Jeff, can you see me?
If y'all ever seen Strange Wilderness, that's all I think about every time I see him do that shit. It's like dude's just sitting there with his eyes closed with the open eyes and like, dude, we know you're asleep. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
The Angle Radio.
You should probably tweet him that.
The Angle Radio. Everyone here thinks Jeff Hardy is right where he needs to be. I'm sorry, but your tweet's trash. All right. Nice. All right, so it's been a fun night. It's been really fun. I've got one more tweet ready for us. The chat, if you guys want to get any last opinions in, please feel free to do so before we wrap it up. But we're going to go ahead and do the final tweet of the evening. Number 15, it comes in from at Jason Amati. It says, a good chunk of arguments about AEW not having more black wrestlers in the main event scene are disingenuous. They should make it a priority to sign top talent like Keith Lee when his contract is up, but they can't remedy the situation tomorrow. I wanted to get one serious one in here.
Man, I kind of agree with the premise of it, but the whole thing that they stood on was they're different, they're diverse, blah, 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 blah. No, just because you bring fucking Brandy's ass out there does not mean you're diverse. I'm sorry. Like, they're full of fucking shit, and they always had, like, from the beginning, that was one of my biggest things on them is no, that you're not diverse. You don't have any black wrestlers in any type of fucking position that matters. You got Private Party that are fucking Matt Hardy's bitches. Look, I got kicked off.
You got kicked off? Oh, we did. Holy shit.
Oh.
Wait, no. Go on,
he's
Ari,
back.
you're back.
Jesus.
I'll spit to the fire.
It's because you were
you
speaking
were.
facts and they said nope.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's one of my biggest gripes on it. Somebody else can go. I said my piece. Fuck them.
Right?
So this is how I see it, right? If AEW ever got their hands on Keith Lee, right? He's another big guy coming in, and they have Will Hobbs, right? When Will Hobbs first debuted, like, he looked like he was going to be like a really big deal, and he could have been in the main event, and he could have had a really good story. But what is he really doing? So if they did decide to sign Keith Lee, he might as well just be the same as Will Hobbs, and then they'll be like, oh, they're brothers. You can't really do that. They ever did that. If they ever did that. What I'm personally waiting for is Scorpio Sky to be in the freaking title picture, because this dude won a freaking brass ring, a WWE gimmick-like style match, and we don't see him, and he's paired up with Ethan Page. No, you put your black wrestlers on the forefront as well as everyone else to be on an even playing field, because they have stories too. So they need to tell their story. When we're going to get some nice fresh matchups, some nice fresh stories, like, sure, I can't relate to like everyone's story, but I know that they'll get the chance and the platform to do it. I just want them to really look in deep and be like, we need to start doing angles with everybody. But back to the tweet, I think that if they did sign someone like Keith Lee, he'll get lost in the shuffle with everyone else. But yeah, I guess I'm agreeing with the tweet. Am I agreeing?
Well, no,
with
his tweet is let me read it back just to make sure I understood it correctly, because I went over it a couple times and I was like, okay, I feel like this is good for the show. Oh, okay. No. Yeah, I think you're agreeing with it. I think I misread it initially. But he says, yeah, a good chunk of the arguments about AEW not having more black wrestlers in the main event scene are disingenuous. I think people defending why they are not. I think I read that the other way around when I initially grabbed it. I mean, it's still worthy of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so you understood it correctly.
Yeah, because I just feel like if they did happen to sign like Keith Lee, like, he'll get lost in the shuffle, because Will Hobbs should like be in his own storyline and be the powerhouse that like he's meant to be. Jade Cargill has a very great personality and stuff like that. Like, she should be in more storylines too.
She should have won the Battle Royal.
If she keeps developing, she is going to be a huge star.
Yeah,
like a huge star.
Definitely. I totally agree with that. I just think that sometimes they go like maybe 2 steps forward and then like 4 steps back, and then we're here like with the same conversations over and over.
I don't think they're taking any steps forward. I'm sorry, like, I don't think they've taken any steps forward or putting any minorities in any positions besides Nyla Rose, I guess. But other than that, like even with Private Party, like, they started out with some potential and then now they're back to being fucking lackeys. Like, and then,
I totally agree with that. And Private Party is my boys from out here, and I totally agree.
Right. Like, they beat the Bucks. Like, and now
the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And still, they were Matt Hardy. They need to break away from that. But when you just, came in and said that, I was gonna be like, Red Velvet, kind of like, it's getting pushed, but then it gets pulled back. So I'm talking about
she's
like
lost
those
3 matches
kind
in
of.
a row.
What happened?
Right.
She's lost 3 matches in a row. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it looks like they always give us the window dressing, and they never fucking pull through on it all the way. That's my biggest issue. Like I'd rather you just not do it at all than half-ass it. And that's what I think all these attempts are of them half-assing to get the black vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every election year, like they pull out hot sauce and tell us all this shit they like. And in the end, they really don't give a fuck. And that's my biggest issue with AEW from the beginning is you claimed all this diversity. You claim you're going to be different. You claim you're going to be not what WWE is, and nothing to me. And you're right. You're not what WWE is, but you are also at the same time because no minorities fucking matter in that promotion, flat out. They just don't.
All right, I want to say one last thing, and then Katie could like take over from here. I want every single wrestler to have their spotlight, to have their story told. It doesn't always have to be for a title, but as long as you're able to have a platform to speak your truth, to get somebody excited and behind you, to cheer, to boo. Like the main point of wrestling is because you love the art of it. You love the aspect of being able to tell your story, and that's like very, very powerful. The same way that us podcasters here love telling our story and just speaking our truth, the same way that it should apply to professional wrestling. No matter what, you shouldn't have to say, oh, we're diverse to be diverse. Just fucking do it. The more that you do it, the more people will follow, because you don't want to play the agenda, because then it gets tricky when you play the agenda. Just do it for the sake of doing it, and it'll just feel natural.
If it's with anything in life, if you have to tell people you're something, you really aren't that, because you don't have to tell. Like I don't have to tell people I'm a big fat black dude. I don't have to say that when I introduce myself. You know what I am. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need to tell. If you're telling people what you are, you're definitely not that. Like when people say I'm not racist, I'm not sexist, I'm not. Anytime you have to say some shit before you say something, that means you definitely aren't that.
Listen, all I need to say, because they did it perfectly, watch Young Kings Wrestling episode 104. TC and Reek break it down. They did a whole ass audit on how AEW has not featured black talent for the whole year. Literally. And if they do, they're losing 90% of the time. That's all I need to say, because when I watched it, like it's something I like didn't think about immediately, but when you like sit there and think about it, it's fucking ridiculous.
They think us being on TV is just enough. That's the problem.
And it's not. And the fact that you have Big Swole, who's one of the most over women right now, you have her big blow up match with Diamante on fucking Dark.
I hated that too. I was like, that doesn't make sense.
I'll say this: I love Swole, but I didn't realize how shared that passion was. Because I've known I love Swole, but when we went to Charlotte and Big Swole's music hit, the crowd went fucking nuts. Like her,
no, we fucks with Big Swole.
Yeah, like Big for real. Her and Thunder Rosa got also like one of the biggest pops of the whole night too.
Because Thunder Rosa is great, and like that's a different story. Like the fact that their AEW has been awful with showcasing black talent and their women, plain and simple, from the jump. That's how bad they've been, and I get that, and I understand that. That is something I've never been a fan of.
And I'll be honest, that's one of the things that always held me back as being a fan. Like, because I said, a lot of my favorite wrestlers are in that fucking promotion. Y'all know in the group chat, I love Kenny Omega. I am a Kenny Omega fucking stan. He's a fucking video game nerd, and a nerd like me likes all the shit I like. I love Kenny Omega, so why would I not want to love this promotion that he's the top of and been running for over a year? Well, I'm not going to support some shit that I know don't support me. That's just how I feel.
I get that 100%. And if you're not being represented, then you shouldn't have to go out of your way and watch it. I get that wholeheartedly. And if it wasn't for Britt, I mean, Britt's one of the main reasons I'm still watching.
And as much as shit as we give WWE, it's a whole lot of niggas with belts over there.
WWE is thriving
I'm
with
just gonna say
their
that.
with their talent.
Niggas with NWT, niggas with titles. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can't say that, but you can say that.
That should be a T-shirt.
Right.
That
should
should
be.
be a T-shirt.
That should be a T-shirt.
Yeah. Listen, as great as your conversation's been going on, Bama, Chris D's Too Sweet Pod, Getcho just showed up, but damn, I can't scroll up, man. They're going off now. These guys are going in with you. Young Kings Wrestling. Before Katie even said, watch this episode, Young Kings already put it out there. Like, yeah, Reek said, just watch this episode. You'll know. Chris D's showed actually how well representation has been in WWE lately. And personally speaking, as someone who doesn't watch like NXT all the time, I feel like NXT has like the best representation in all of
By far.
in
By
all
far.
of WWE, man. It's wonderful. Yeah, man. It's awesome, dude. Back to Jason Amati, man. Look, man, thank you so much for providing a great point for this silly show. I like to, like I said, I like to do a lot of silly stuff, but at least get one good conversation topic in here. So thank you, at Jason Amati. Your tweet by far is not trash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they were telling me like I need to go in on the chat. Like, dude, I can't, man. Y'all are topping like way too fast. But let me just say this: like I said, Chris, Reek, Bama, all these guys are echoing everything that you guys are saying, along with
It's the
Too Sweet
truth.
Pod, Vanessa. You know, from over at Putting You Over. No, these guys are all fantastic, man. They know what's up. You guys completely agree. You guys are all on point. What a wonderful topic, man, to have. And to not ask me my opinion on.
Because that's not the purpose of this show.
Yep, I am just an innocent bystander in all of this.
Innocent my ass. Okay.
I would like to share something. So like the last, because this pertains to our conversation about like representation and stuff like that.
Yep.
So the last commentary video I did for practice was a triple threat. It had Papa Yase versus Jody himself and Henry Young. And the only reason why I did it was because Papa Yase showed a small little clip of him doing this amazing finisher, and the commentary booth, which I don't like to say this next, but like who happened to be all white, did not give him the proper pop to put him over. So I was like, yo, hold up, send me that video. I'm gonna go practice my commentary. And I practiced my commentary. I even tagged him in it, and he was so humble that I did it for him, because I even said they did not put you over, and I'm gonna put you over. But I didn't do that because of like having an agenda. I felt really bad because I was like, that finisher is a devastating finisher that no one gets up. And in professional wrestling, if you're a commentator, you tell the story. You tell the passion inside the ring. So you know, that's why this conversation matters in all aspects. It doesn't just stop with the talent. It continues on with the commentators and the backstage personnel and just everybody. You know,
like Katie said, like it's not like we're not trying to say people are like bad, and not even like you said, not necessarily an agenda, but even like Katie, who's with the shits, she even said she didn't really never sat down and thought about it until Young Kings pointed it out. Like, so that's the thing. People have to fucking stand, not people of color so much, people of white people, let's just say it, need to be able to step up more and say like, hey, they're not represented. Like I said, and they don't think about it because if you've never been through something, you can't recognize it. You have to have someone.
I'm the same way. It never crossed my mind. You know what I mean? That there was something missing. I genuinely have enjoyed AEW this whole time and have had a hard time critiquing it. But at the same time, the same way that we, you know, oftentimes you come across people on social media and you be like, listen, WWE has to be willing to take the honest criticism for the things that they're lacking. The same goes the other way. Even if you're enjoying the product, it doesn't mean it's an evil bastard product. It's just, look, man, you have holes in your game. Let's go ahead and fill them. And it's not like you're even saying that they should get the spot just to represent the culture. Is like, no, you have a a lot of fucking talented
Yeah,
people
that's
of color on your roster.
Yeah.
the
I
main
do-
thing. It's not
Marie,
even
I'm
so
gonna
much
call
like
you out.
better.
Scorpio Sky's kind of trash. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
trash.
but
Don't talk about
otherwise,
Wait. Say one more time. You were breaking up.
I said
Hold on.
Scorpio
You were
Sky's
breaking up.
kind of
Say it one more time.
trash. Not gonna lie, that dude's kind of the void of charisma on the microphone. There's a reason Dan Lambert's cutting promos on his behalf. But other than that,
And
no,
he fucking
man.
defended what's her name for calling that girl a nigga when all that shit popped off too, bro. Like I ain't fucking with this.
Wait, what? Whatever.
Wait, what happened?
What was the? She's gone now. She was Impact's champion. Remember when all that
Tessa.
stuff,
Tessa?
remember all that
Blanchard?
stuff came out about her saying the N word and all that shit back in
Yeah.
the day? He defended
Yeah.
her. He defended her.
Oh,
Yes, he did.
garbage. Get him out of here.
That's what I said. I'm like, I ain't fucking. Everybody look at me like I'm crazy. When I said like, no, bro. This.
No, I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about. I didn't know what you were talking about.
Because I canceled her in my head once all that shit came out. Like I canceled her too. So and then
Nah,
when he was
fuck Tessa.
defending the
She's
shit,
stupid
like,
bitch.
what?
Fuck that.
But nigga, you are black. What are you talking about?
I love that during the battle royal at All Out, the crowd was chanting "We want Tessa," and then you heard the other half of the crowd say "No, we don't."
No.
The majority of them should be like, no, we fucking don't. Ain't nobody need or want Tessa. Get her ass out of here.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Listen, you guys, we could definitely ramble on, but let's go ahead and wrap it up here. It has been an awesome show. Welcome back to UWO. Before I kick it off to you guys, just because I don't want to be talking my show up at the very end, I would just like to say, over here at Smacked Raw, if you guys would like to support us, once again, going back to Twitch, please give the Twitch channel a follow, okay? So you never miss a live stream. Head on over to YouTube. Subscribe to youtube.com/SmackDrawPodcast. Just in case you can't catch us live, like Chris said he couldn't, but he's here in the chat anyways. Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube, man. We're close to 300 there. We're close to 100 here on Twitch. It might sound tiny for a lot of other people, but to us, it's something that we've really been passionate about, so we're very appreciative. And then also as well, we do have Patreon where you can support us financially, patreon.com/SmackDrawPod. And then also you can always hit us up on PayPal, paypal.me/SmackDrawPodcast. Every bit of money that you guys give to the show, everyone here, well, maybe not Marie, but Katie and RN know all this money has always gone back straight into the show to give you guys a better product. So we appreciate any help you guys want to give us. With that being said, Katie, tell us one more time where we can find you next. Trader.
Fuck off.
Cardinal.
Hey, RN.
It's my allergies are messing up.
All right, we got to wrap the show. Go ahead, Katie.
Okay, so She Lead Showcase, twitch.tv/She Lead Showcase. I have a link tree in my bio on Twitter, so it's on the screen at Katie Wrestling 13. September 16th, 9 p.m. on that Twitch. Savannah and I will be back, coming out swinging. We got a lot of stuff planned. We have that. Savannah has a New Japan show she's going to do. We're going to have a collab show we do every month. I'm going to start doing interview type stuff. We got a lot going on. I have a little bit of time to finish everything, but we'll be ready for the 16th.
Go ahead, Marie.
All right, I'm Marie Shadows. I'm the host and the creator of the Square Circle podcast and also the Ring Crew vlog. The Square Circle podcast deals with reviews of AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, and maybe some WWE back in my WWE days. And the Ring Crew vlog deals with my journey on the indie scene, meaning I get to travel with my boys to their events, vlog, Ring Crew, and also practice my commentary and hope to get booked for commentary. If you want to discuss more wrestling with me, you can find me on Twitter at Marie_Shadows. And to find the podcast and also the video cast, head over to anchor.fm/Square Circle Podcast and youtube.com/Square Circle Podcast.
All right. I mean, we already know you're part of Smack Raw RN, but Mean Jelly Bean, let them know.
Mean Jelly Bean Productions on YouTube. Mean Jelly Bean Memes on Facebook. At Route 4 Ken on IG. Come buy some dogs from me. And at Mr. 8984 on Twitter. Come talk some shit. What's up?
That's what I'm talking about. And then also, by the way, you guys, debuting Thursday on YouTube, Mute RN. Start catching RN's like 5 to 10 minute rants. We're debuting RN's vicious rant of Natalya in WWE. It's been wonderfully edited also by Savannah, who's on both Smacked Raw as our editor, and then an on-air personality with Sheely Showcase. It's going to be a ton of fun. Check out YouTube. Subscribe so you don't miss it. But until next time, everybody, thank you so much. Y'all have a good one.
See y'all Sunday.